Hey guys, Chris the Ultimate Recycler. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to part 27 of the Great Cleanup. It's only been a couple of days since I did the last one, and yesterday was our scrap run, so I told you these videos are going to come quick. Let's do a little bit of a walk around through the yard, and this video though will probably concentrate on working inside because we're having a pretty cold showery week at the moment, but there is things happening. Well, there are things happening in the yard. Let's have a look. Okay, if you didn't see the last scrap run, we got rid of all the remaining heavy steel. It's all gone now, other than a few little bits I might find while I'm cleaning up the rest of the yard. And I've been unpacking these electric motors out of the last 4 44-gallon drums here. I think there's only 3 left, and most of those are only half full now. So I'm packing them in crates because it's just easier to move them, and they stack in the van, they don't roll around. And I can get a good estimate of what weight I'm carrying. I put about 30 kilos in each. And I just had a recent price list. I think electric motors are paying $1.10 a kilo still. I did notice that they're paying $1.65 for starter motors and alternators. So I had a few more than I realised. Normally I wouldn't bother separating them, but there's 60 odd kilos in those two crates. So I will separate them. There's not much left to go in these drums. What do we got? Yeah, mostly that one. The other two are just about empty. And I've found another couple of great big heavy cast iron motors, which I'll just trolley up separately. I've been putting a lot of little ones in buckets because I just find them easy to load and also to tally up what weight. So the guy's coming to get the wood tomorrow, so we'll see that all gone before the end of this video. And that will start to open the yard up a little bit. I haven't done much out here because, well, this week, because the weather's been so nasty and it's quite muddy. At least the wind's finally stopped, but we do need to get out to this yard. There's a lot to do out here still, and it was quite amusing. A few of you commented on my last video where I walked through the house and showed all the stuff inside that has to be done as well, and everyone's changed their tune a little bit. You were kind of saying, yeah, you'll do it easy, you might do it with a week to spare, and now they're all saying, oh, maybe you can ask for an extension, or you might have to get someone in to help. But look, I've done a fair bit inside this week, and that's a good thing about the colder weather, and in the evenings. Let's have a look what's been achieved. It may look still quite messy to most of you, because it is, but we are gradually getting things organised. I've got a lot of these empty crates in here, which I'm using to stack all sorts of stuff that I just want to sort later on, because they're easy to transport and they stack well. I have packed up all my old bottles. There's still a few jars up the top there, but I've got all the old bottles that were in the old bathroom here. I have packed up some stock that I need to sort later, so that's all ready to go. And this area needs a bit of a clean, but all the bottles are gone. So this room will be almost totally empty probably tonight. I'll finish it tonight. There's a cupboard there that's gone. And if we just walk, well, there's a lot of room in the kitchen now too, because we've got the table out. So it's starting to open up a little bit. And if we look down the hallway, yeah, I had to make a bit of room to get the table out, so we've opened this up a bit. There was a big shelf there which had stationery on it. In fact, I think I called it a stationery shelf, meaning office supplies, but of course the shelf wasn't moving, so therefore it was stationery. Still got to get back into here. But we're getting there, because look at the tech room. The tech room, once a very, very busy part of my shop, is now completely empty of stock, except for some spare shelves that I'm going to move into the shop as other shelves sell. I've blocked off that doorway. The old built-in robe there is totally empty. And the only stuff in here is all my bottles and things that will be going home to my storage shed once the builder finishes. And I found out today that he's starting on Monday. That's my shed extension, and I have got a video series on that. So even though I'm not actually doing it myself, we will still film the progress. So tech room's done. Now if we wander a little bit further down the hallway, and I haven't had to worry too much about making this a bit wider because I've been bringing stuff through the tech room. And what I have done is I've filled up the shop really full. So there's all the extra stock from the tech room plus other stuff I'm finding in the house, and I'm just cramming it all in here. pretty much everything is half price, and I expect to have a really busy weekend in the shop and hopefully move a bit. Now the shed room has thinned out a lot more as well. And then if we go down to the kitchen room, I think I showed you that it was just about empty last time. Well, it's totally empty now other than stuff I'm taking with me. I've got a shelf unit here to say this room is closed. And if we have a peek in here, there is just stuff that's either going down to e-waste bin or vintage electronic stuff that I'm keeping for now, or bubble wrap. So we have 2 of the shop rooms completely sorted. I've emptied all these shelves because these are going next door. So there's a lot happened. This has all happened in the last 2 days. So plenty going on. Sorry, the radio's still on. Let's get out of here. So there you go. So this video will see a little bit more improvement in here. I can't do much more in the main shop room at the moment because it's just all ready to sell. I am amazed that no one, I put this on Facebook, and I'm amazed that no one wants to buy a beautiful 1890s cedar, Australian cedar chiffonier in really good condition for half price. So it's down to $300 now. Look, I would take it home if we have room. I do like the old cedar furniture, but things have to give, and that's something I'm prepared to let go, but I'm absolutely amazed it's still here. A lot of these light fittings I'm selling at all just $5. These were actually, they're not antique, these are actually new old stock. I at one stage bought a whole heap of stock from a lighting shop that closed down, and I did notice some of them had barcode stickers on them, and they were like $30 and $40 each. So $5 each. I've got boxes of light shades. So this part of the shop's pretty full. So the rest of this episode, we will probably try and empty a bit more of the shed room. I do have to move these shelves at the back, but the problem there is that that ladder goes right across the top and is even resting on that shelf. So the next stage here is to get that ladder down, and we'll move that in next door, and I'll show you what we're doing with the ladders. So I'm now in Christine's shop. She's not here at the moment, and there's only the front security lights on, but you can see we're putting the ladders across the old rafters, and I've got 3 already up there. I have another probably 4 or 5 ladders to go, and I'm going to hang lamps off them and baskets and some of these sort of lamps, and perhaps put some old boxes up on top of them, and it should really create a nice ambience in here. I'm also going to hang some lights and actually have them wired. So I don't know if you guys remember that in my kitchen room I had lamp shades made out of old stainless steel pots. Well, I can hang those over the kitchen area, and I can hang some of those large green enamel industrial lamps over the shed area and have them all on during the day, and I think that'll be a really nice effect. So anyway, I'll do a proper walk around in Christine's shop at some stage. She did one recently on her channel, if you want to go and have a look at that. That's Christine's Home Affairs. I'll put a link underneath. And she did a walk around and explaining how her shop's morphing into our shop. And at this stage, we're all happy about it. I don't expect any issues. We work well together. I don't think... Someone said to me the other day, I thought it was quite amusing. They said, "You're moving in with Christine? Well, there goes your marriage." And I thought that was quite funny. And I think I responded by saying, well, that's why we didn't get married. I have been known to say that we like each other too much to marry each other. So we've both been there and don't need to go there again. But anyway, everyone has their own opinion on that. But this is Christine's shop. We're really looking forward to running it together. It's a nice big open space, and the alcoves over the far side really have a nice... I think they have a really nice atmosphere, and we should be able to do a lot in here. Okay guys, it's actually a nice day out. It was a frosty start, but the weather's pretty good, and they're forecasting more crappy weather next week, so I had to come outside. So we'll finish up this video with just a little bit of what's been going on out here. The guy did come to get the wood this morning, and I've been loading up some timber that I'm going to take home to my shed, because I've got a wood burner in my shed. And we'll have a quick peek. I did get the bathroom finished. We'll show you that just before we finish off this episode. So our container's almost accessible. I've just got to prune back the tree a bit, and I've decided I'll probably get rid of these electric motors in the next scrap run, but we'll talk about that shortly. The guy still has to come back to get a little bit of messy firewood here. He's cleaned out behind the shed over there mostly, So he's coming back next week, and I'll probably find a few more pallets for him. But it's nice to have all this space clear. I'll get rid of that steel frame, probably just to the transfer station. And I've just got a bit of solid timber I'm taking home. But the yard's starting to open up quite nicely. Let's go inside and just have a look at the... well, I worked here late last night and got the bathroom pretty much empty. And I also did a load of fridges and washing machines. There was a fridge there, you may remember, on our walks through the yard. I took them out to the transfer station. It did cost me, I think, $11 per fridge. I had 2 with compressors in and still the gas in them. I've still got that old one there, but I might be able to sell that one. So we cleaned up a bit of room over there too. So that's another trailer load out of the yard. I reckon it would have been really interesting to have some sort of counter at the top of the screen adding up all the weight I'm taking off this block. I'm only recording what I'm taking to the scrapyards in Melbourne, not sort of giving away for firewood, and not to the transfer station. Oh, hang on, I'll just turn the radio off. So just to finish off this episode, I'll show you we've got another room completely empty. And I do like to do cleanups like this. I still have to give it a bit of a clean. It feels a bit weird sort of cleaning the place, because I know it's not going to be bulldozed, but it's going to have major works done on it. But I do like to leave a place neat and tidy. And after nearly 20 years, I think I've probably still got a bond to collect, although I've had 3 landlords since I first moved in. But as you can see, it's all empty, rather echoey. I just need to clean up a little bit, and we can tick this room off. And when I clean up, I do like to do one room at a time. To a degree, I don't like to just cherry pick everywhere and leave the place looking like a bomb's gone off. I like to kind of work from one corner and sweep around through the whole house. So the kitchen here will be the next room. I've actually, believe it or not, I'm starting to run out of milk crates because I've been packing up so much stuff in them. But once we get rid of these electric motors in the next scrap trip, we'll have a few more. So the kitchen and then this big storeroom would probably be next, and then we'll work our way down the hallway. So thanks for following along again, guys. What's today? It's Thursday. I'm losing track of days. As of today, and I'll probably put this video out tomorrow because I'm just getting them up as quick as I can. But as of today, there are 38 days to go. Will I get there? Well, I'm still hopeful, and I'm still going to go for it. So thanks for your cheering. Thanks for following along. We'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.